This is Scott from DailySolution.com. Today I want to be doing a review over Social Networks Autoposter by NextScripts. It's a popular WordPress plugin that allows you to post to several different networks, and I just want to show some of the ones that I have set up, and I want to show you what it's like using the tool. When you want to actually install the Pro Edition, you'll be given a separate file, a separate plugin to install, that actually allows you to activate your license. This way you can keep the plugin updated as well as the API separately. This is probably the best and most optimal way to do it. I want to show you some of the interesting features. You can add tons of different social networks. Zing, WordPress, Twitter. In fact, we'll just pull up the full list. If you want to add a new network, you can just click the Add New button. You get app.net, Blogger, DeviantArt, Diigo, Delicious, Facebook, Flickr, Flipboard, Google+, Instapaper, Kipt, LinkedIn, LiveJournal, Plurk, Pinterest, Reddit, Scoop. Whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to call it Scoop It, Set, StumbleUpon, Tumblr, Twitter, VBulletin, VK, which is a Russian social network, WordPress-based blog, Zing, which is like the European version of LinkedIn, and YouTube. All of these work absolutely wonderfully. I just want to give you some quick things to point out though. If you're using Reddit, make sure you do not spam. If you spam, you can get in trouble. Reddit is not like you spamming even if it's in your own subreddit. Share content from all over the web. That's what Reddit was meant to be about. Plurk has nothing really that difficult to set up. It's just one of those free do what you want kind of social networks. App.net is fairly easy to set up. You just gotta grab your client ID and load. The ones you should worry about are Google+. Google+ is very annoying. It has no built-in write API, which simply means that Google Plus has no built-in API that allows you to post to it. You're gonna be saying, how does Jetpack allow you to do it? Jetpack does it because Automatic actually can bargain with Google and get it done. NextScripts, a small company, not so much. So what they did, they developed a unique API that works by basically it acts as a browser. It acts as its own web browser and it logs and does the password. However, you can only do it if you don't have two-step authentication. And you will be wondering, well, why is that? You can't generate an app password because app passwords are not allowed to be used outside of an application. If you punch it in, Google's going to say that it's not going to work. This is from the author himself. So if you want to use it, you're going to have to actually turn off two-step authentication. I haven't done that. The other way to get around it is to create another Google account, let it become the manager of your page and or community, and then post it through that account. It has to be a manager so it can actually post and monitor the page. Don't use that account for anything, just keep it and store it away. The interesting one, YouTube will publish it to your feed, so whenever you want to publish a new post, you can put it in your YouTube feed. Really not that interesting. It's interesting, I guess. You get a lot of different social networks and you can set up a lot of them. For instance, I have app.net, DeviantArt, Delicious, 2 different Facebooks, Flickr, Kipt, LinkedIn 3 times, Pinterest, Reddit, Set, StumbleUpon, 2 different versions of Tumblr, Twitter, WordPress-based, and Zing. The best thing is you can set up conditional ones to where the post will only show if it's under a specific category or tag. For instance, on here I have a Keyhoo news from Tumblr, and I have the little circle. What does that indicate? It means that it will only post if if it meets certain criteria. I told it to only post if the tag and or custom taxonomies match this one. So we'll only match if I meet that. Now, I probably could have done it the smarter way and used this method, which will allow me to do it by category, but I only have it for Keyhoo as a tag, which is also good. You can do it by categories and you can do this. So if I do one in tech or basic technology but not in Keyhoo, it will publish to my other Tumblr, which is set to post everything, but not to the Keyhoo Tumblr because it doesn't meet the criteria. You can also allow it to set to repost, but this feature is very difficult to set up, and I've only set it up on my arcade site because it'd be rather annoying to set it up for this one. I can make a separate video on how to do this, but keep in mind it is painstakingly difficult. That's why in Snap 4.0 it's going to have a much simpler user interface to allow you to set this up. update my settings, and it's going to reload the page. This is a very useful tool. In fact, I recommend it for anybody who has a ton of social networks that they want to monitor, and it helps your website because it sends the content out to different websites. It gets to different viewers, and it keeps them all updated. Think of it as like Hootsuite, but a lot smarter, because now you can do it from a ton of different social networks, and you can publish them from here. So you'd say, oh, well, Hootsuite allows you to publish anything, not just your post. You can do that here. I can use this as a Hootsuite or a similar thing to it without the limitation and without the heavy costs. That's what makes this thing so wonderful. It's a wonderful tool that I recommend that you get. I've used the free version for a while. I purchased this one because I knew I'd use it. Best thing is even if you don't like it on that site, you can use it on as many sites as you want. It can be used on as many sites as you want, and you can use as many social networks as you want. So you don't really lose here. You get all of it. On my arcade site, I have done it to where I can publish them to my Facebook whenever I make a game or a post, and sometimes you get errors. If you put too many posts from one site, Stumble Upon or social networks will say, whoa, 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 whoa. No. You can't do that. But, see, it says I have too many posts from this. I have too many posts from this website. So it says, no, please try again tomorrow. Because when you add too many from different sites, it just is a waste of time. So, we have it there. I have it published immediately as opposed to it being delayed. And it's a really nice program. It does everything really simple to get out of the box. There's an excellent documentation to know how to use it. And if you aren't using it, I really recommend that you start. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Put them in the comments below, and I'll make sure to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.